your bathing suit? Is that your overbite?
Now one of you will be the drowning victim. And
I'll be the victim. All your life.
jump in, start drowning.
I can't swim.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. The sign of a proper sociopath is to be able to look directly into your eyeballs and lie. And to not even have like your heart rate increase. To not even like shake or get clammy hands. You're just a liar. You're just a liar. You just straight up tell someone, even with the cameras rolling, a lie. And it's why politics makes for such great sociopaths. And man, I didn't like Jill Biden coming into all this nightmare of an installed president. But now I really don't like Jill Biden because it's clear that she's actually the evil force behind Joe. Check out the sociopathic, psychotic Jill Biden when asked a question about Joe Biden's ability to be president.
And I think what people don't see is how hard Joe works every single day, that he gets up thinking what he can do for the American people.
Okay, Joe Biden has spent 37% of his presidency on posh vacations, on private islands. Joe Biden is seen pictured on the beach getting sunburned far more than this is where Joe Biden spent 2 weeks during Christmas on a literal effing private island, a billionaire's house. Joe Biden does more press conferences. This is in Lake Tahoe, like at Jamba Juice, than he does at the White House. And when he can stay on a bike, well, Joe Biden isn't taking questions from the press either. Here's Jill Biden, of course, like being like, no, don't ask him anything. And here's Joe Biden in Nantucket getting screamed at. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where Joe Biden has spent all of his presidency. That doesn't stop Jill, the sociopath.
To those who say I can't vote for Joe Biden, he's too old, what do you say?
I say his age is an asset.
Aha! He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience. He knows every leader on the world stage. He's lived history. He knows history. Mm-hmm. He's thoughtful in his decisions. He is the right man or the right person for the job at this moment in history.
Is that true? Do you actually believe that, Jill? Like, seriously, you actually believe that? Joe Biden returns lobster red with sunburn after Caribbean vacation just 9 months after having skin cancer. How much does Jill hate Joe Biden? I mean, seriously, how much does she really hate Joe Biden? This probably comes from, this is probably because their relationship, the way it was founded, was like a crucible of adultery. Jill Biden was cheating on her husband with Joe. Joe Biden was cheating on his wife with Jill. Jill was the babysitter. So they kind of like distrust and loathe each other anyway. But like, what kind of a wife would allow her husband to take on the toughest job in the world, which inarguably the presidency is, to have skin cancer and then go get sunburned? That kind of a wife when you have dementia. And you can see that he has dementia in the way that like Joe Biden treats him, right? Look at this. Joe Biden like leads him around by the hand. Oh, if your husband was so adept and so perfect the man for the job, why is it that you are regularly having to come and get your boy?
But they're not doing it.
Here's Jill Biden going and grabbing Joe and saying, we have to go, as Joe is like slobbering over the press. Does this look like a man who's in charge? Does this look like a man who's in charge? Oh, see ya. Yeah, see you later. Oh, okay, where am I going? And that's just one of like we don't have time to like load up all the clips of Jill Biden doing that for Joe. They're lying to you. Jill Biden is an evil witch who is obviously using Joe for power, using Joe for her own power, her own prestige, and to protect their own family. And you can see this, obviously. Joe Biden doesn't want to go to prison. What does Jill Biden know about Hunter Biden's crimes? This is what it looked like yesterday when Hunter Biden was on Capitol Hill. Hunter Biden walking up to his own contempt of Congress hearing on Capitol Hill. Why would you do that? Why would you ever allow your children to do such a thing? Well, unless you were freaking desperate, unless you were terrified, unless you knew what was about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what happened when Hunter Biden was asked questions by Marjorie Taylor Greene about the Biden crimes.
Gentlemen, time's expired. Chair recognizes Ms. Greene from Georgia for 5 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently, you're afraid of my words.
Whoa! Oh.
I'd like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
Burst their bubble.
So Hunter ran like a little biggity, and the Bidens immediately had in the craw, immediately had locked and loaded an interview with Jill Biden, asked about this exact thing. Isn't that amazing how that happens? Isn't it amazing how orchestrated this all is? And the answer is just truly, again, sociopathic. Watch.
I think when you hear Trump Republicans calling it the Biden crime family, or I have one congresswoman, the Biden crime family sold out America, Marjorie Taylor Greene. He's a liar. He's mentally incompetent. And let's not even talk about what "Let's Go Brandon" means, but you have U.S. senators holding signs that say that.
It's hard to realize our country, isn't it? I mean, to look at it, what we used to have, and what the other side, the extremists, have turned this country into. I mean, we would never see things like that, say, 10 years ago.
It's hard to see when we had total and complete control of everything. When we had total control of everything, that the American people didn't have the capacity to speak up, and didn't have the capacity to protest, and didn't have the capacity to organize outside of our centralized control. We missed that. Boy, I certainly missed that. And now look, Donald Trump is beating our mainly because the gig is up and people know that you have run a crime family. You are the Biden crime family.
You've been coping personally with the onslaught of accusations against your husband and your family, including and especially Hunter. It's the focus of a House Oversight Committee hearing, holding him in contempt, obsessing over him, showing pictures of him during vulnerable moments in his battle with addiction on the floor of the House. This would crush any family.
Mika, I think what they are doing to Hunter.
Vulnerable moments was Hunter Biden engaging in sex trafficking, human trafficking, and sexual abuse of women. That's what vulnerable There's these two women. They're witches. They're witches. This is a witch's kitchen. Mika Brzezinski and Jill Biden. The vulnerable moments are photographic evidence of Hunter Biden committing sex crimes against disadvantaged women. Some of them work for him. Some of them he's just paying. The whole time he's stealing from his family, claiming to his ex-wife that he has no money for alimony to pay for their kids while he's spending $350,000 on hookers.
Is cruel. And I'm really proud of how Hunter has rebuilt his life after addiction. You know, I love my son, and it's hurt my grandchildren. And that's what I'm so concerned about, that it's affecting their lives.
Oh my God. Oh, I got to hold on. Got to say a prayer because I'm not supposed to be using words like this to describe people like Jill Biden. So he's not your son. He's your stepson. And you're not his mom. You're the person who Joe Biden cheated on his mom with and destroyed his family, and then destroyed your family because you had a husband at the time. So you're an adulterous Jezebel. And Hunter Biden's life was probably destroyed by you. And so you're to blame. And then you bring up your grandkids. How about Hunter Biden's biological grandkid that you refuse to acknowledge exists? How about that kid? Navy Joan Roberts is her name. She lives in Arkansas. And up until it became so politically inconvenient for you, you didn't even acknowledge her existence. So how dare you, you monster, bring up your grandchildren? Hide behind the skirt of your grandchildren. I'm despicable, these people. They're so despicable. What a abject meltdown. This has obviously been the talking point that's been spread around. Like, feel bad for us, right? Joe Biden's only guilty of one thing, and that's being a loving father and husband. Only Joe Biden's love is what we're guilty of.
The idea that they are going to somehow get to President Biden through his son, who was drug addicted, and the only thing that they have revealed in these hearings is that we have a president that loves his son even through his imperfections.
The inquiry isn't about the United States. It's about Hunter Biden. And the only thing the president can be guilty of here is being a father.
What accusations and arguments do you think they're going to make, given this didn't go exactly as planned today?
Well, they're going to keep doing what they've been doing. They are going to try to indict a father for loving his son who is.
Hunter Biden's story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe.
Oh my God, just shut up. You're going to break my brain. You're giving me a headache. It's so degrading. It's so sociopathic. They're such pathological liars. And I'm not falling for it. And you shouldn't either. And I think people are done feeling like I think like this play that you should feel sorry for this elitist brat that has broken every laws that would have gotten your children or you locked away for life. And you should feel sorry for them. You should feel sorry for the president's dumb kid who broke every law, every tax law in the book, every moral law in the book, every like law of being like just a decent human being. And you should somehow feel sorry for them. You should weep for them. No, man, this is why you're going to lose an election. This is why you're going to lose a landslide. People are done with this stuff. I'm sick of these people. This interview sent me over the edge. And the talking points don't work when people like actually see the truth. The talking points don't work when people know like that you're lying to them. You know, people can see that you're lying, right? Yeah. That's why we do this channel, because people know we're not lying and we actually have morals and values that we live by. It's amazing. It's amazing the lightness of life when you just don't have to lie constantly. But I'm not pathological or suicidal, in case Hillary Clinton's watching. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay based.